If you are a college student, how would you spend your summer? Visit family, take an internship, take a trip to Africa? Meet Charlotte Holm, a Wellesley College sophomore who had the opportunity to visit Sierra Leone on a research trip last summer. Recently, Ms. Holm met with me at the school's campus center to talk about her experiences.
I was working when I was in Sierra Leone. I was based at a hospital called Megbente Community Hospital. It's in a northern province called Makeni. And so that hospital sees a lot of especially young mothers bringing their children. I spoke with young mothers who would show me like a machete mark on their wrist, where rebel soldiers during this war, one of their big techniques was, and it's infamous, was amputating arms and legs and lips and even ears to make their political statement.
While many of the people she met had fallen victim to the violent struggle that ravaged the country, the injuries of many younger amputees were not related to the war.
The amputees that I spoke with were not all necessarily amputees from the war. The younger generation, a lot of people that have lost limbs, it's happened because they broke an arm and it wasn't treated properly or in a timely way, so it had to be amputated. So a lot of young children, it's from sickness or infection. That's the big problem.
Ms. Holm tells me that there is a lot of social prejudice against the disabled, not only because it is a fresh reminder of Civil War, but perhaps due to the fact that many amputees are beggars and don't really have the opportunity to interact economically or socially with their neighbors. Ms. Holm chose to start Arms Around Sierra Leone, a nonprofit providing prosthetics to amputees.
This project really started with one particular boy named Abdoulaye Sesse that I met at the hospital. He was almost 16 years old and he had broken his arm falling out of a mango tree. His mother is a farmer, and he was harvesting the fruit and fell, and she tried to treat the arm with like traditional herbal remedies, so scalding herbs, and so by the time she brought him to the hospital, the arm was just damaged beyond repair.
Although a prosthetic arm only costs $150, this luxury item is simply out of reach for most Sierra Leoneans in a society where 75% of the population lives on less than $2 a day. After Ms. Holmes spoke to her family, they set him up with a doctor at Megbente, who coordinated an appointment at the National Rehabilitation Center in Freetown. Sesse received a new arm in a week. Since then, Ms. Holmes' organization has raised $5,300, which so far is enough to help 35 people.
We just decided, hey, we don't need any souvenirs that are gonna collect dust on our shelves. Our souvenir from Africa is gonna be getting this kid an arm, for Pete's sake. Let him move on with his life. This picture is of our very first prosthetic recipient, Abdoulaye Sesse. And as you can see, this was the picture the day before he got his new arm, his right arm. He brought me this pineapple as a thank you gift for the prosthetic. And then here's the after picture. As you can see, he is thrilled. And what's really cool is at the National Rehabilitation Center, if you look really closely, you'll notice that the prosthetic is a little bit longer than his left arm. And the reason they do that is because he's young and they assume that he's gonna grow. So they've thought of everything and they match it directly to his skin color and everything.
What impact do you hope to make in the future with the direction of this organization?
Sure. That's a really good question, because I kind of try to keep a realistic goal for our donors so that they know that I don't believe we're going to fix all the problems of Sierra Leone or anything like that. But I want to just keep going with this project until every amputee in the country has access to a prosthetic, and if that takes 50 years, so be it.
Ms. Holm is in the process of trying to put together a website and Facebook page, so until developments are up and running, you can contact her organization by emailing armsaroundsierraleone@gmail.com.
We're able to give people an exact picture of here's the people that this amount of money has helped, and so that really helps our donors. They love to see the before and after pictures. We always get a picture of our patients that are fitted with new limbs.
In addition to providing donors with this exact picture, she also notes that her organization has no administrative costs or overhead, so every dollar goes to help people get their limbs.
This is just my little project, and I love it. I truly love it.
At the Lulu Chow Wang Campus Center, Grant Mukai, Wellesley Media.